All right, so let's look at our first constant time algorithm. And with this algorithm, we're just going to free the memory being used. We're going to delete our list. We're going to clear our list. So we're going to have our usual two scenarios. We're going to have a case where the list is empty, where the head reference is just set to null, and we're going to have a non-empty list. So it's got one or more nodes in it. For this example, what's in the nodes itself, the actual values being stored, the integers, doesn't really matter because we're going to try to delete this list. We're trying to clear this list. So we need for this algorithm to have the head reference available to it. Why? Now remember, the definition of an empty list is when you've got a picture that looks like this right here. The head reference is just set to null. So in Java, we've just got something that looks like this. That's a linked list. It's an empty linked list. It's empty because head contains null, right? So that's the state that we want everything to be in. Okay, now for Java, this algorithm is going to be easy, and it is going to end up being big O of 1 because all we have to do in Java, and also in Python, by the way, because of automatic garbage collection, all we have to do is set that head reference to null. That is it. Okay, now let's look at our first scenario here. Let's say we have an empty list. Well, what happens? All we're doing is overwriting null with null. So once this one statement executes, we have this picture here. And so we have an empty list, which is exactly what we want. Now in this scenario here, let's say that we just overwrite the contents of our head reference with null. Well, it breaks the link to the head node, and it fits our definition of an empty list. That is, head's just pointing to null. Head has null in it. Now, what happens with the rest of these nodes in memory? Well, the garbage collector is going to get rid of them. In Java, a object will stay in memory so long as there is a reference pointing to it. Okay, Python, similar kind of thing. C++, a little bit more involved, a little more complicated. We'll look at that in a second. Now, since this node doesn't have anything referring to it anymore, then the garbage collector looks at that and says, okay, well, I can free that from memory. Now that leads to the next node in memory no longer having any references to it. So the garbage collector says, okay, I can free that. Then that leads to the next node no longer having any references referring to it. So garbage collector gets rid of that. And then that leads to this final node not having anything referring to it. So the garbage collector can get rid of that. And so our memory is freed up. Then all the values are deleted because they were deleted with their nodes that were storing them, and we're good to go. So this is the way that Python and Java would handle this. Okay, that's how the memory would get handled. So this is really easy because no matter what, no matter the length of the list, whether the list is empty or if it's got 10,000 things in it, our algorithm in this scenario is going to be constant time. There's one operation. So it's big O of 1. Now let's look at how this algorithm would change, how it would get more complicated if we were dealing with C++ or C, right? Because you don't have automatic garbage collection in those languages. So what we have to do is we have to go node by node, deleting or freeing as we go, right? So two scenarios again. This time we'll look at a non-empty list first, and then we'll look at the empty list. Okay. Now, the same definition applies for an empty list in C++. An empty list is when you've got that head pointer set to null. Okay, that's an empty list. So we need, after this algorithm is done, for that to be the case. Now, what are we going to do? Now, we can't just simply say head equals null pointer. We can't do that because we're using dynamic memory allocation. And for every new that executes in C++, for every malloc that executes, in C, we have to have a free statement. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go node by node, executing a delete. So here's how we're going to do it. In this case, we're going to go ahead and use our head pointer to do our traversal, because when the traversal is done, when our loop finishes, head's going to end up pointing at null, and all of the nodes that were in the list will be deleted. So in this case, it's fine. We won't have any memory leaks. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll say while the head pointer is not pointing to null pointer, then do what? Now we can't do something like this. You might think, oh, well, we'll just delete H right away. We'll just say delete the head pointer, which would get rid of that in memory, and then we'll advance our head pointer to head next. Well, you can't do that because you just deleted your node, which means that this is an invalid memory location. That includes the next pointer. So that's not going to work. So what we have to do is we have to have a temporary pointer to help us out here. So what we'll do is we will say P set to head. So that way we've got our temporary pointer. doing this. Then we will advance the head pointer. Head set to head next. So that will then cause our head pointer to have the memory address of the next node. And then since we still have P pointing to the first node, we can delete P. We can delete that node. And believe it or not, that's all that we need to do. So this is an algorithm for C++. Okay, so if you're doing something with Java, if you're doing something with Python, ignore this version. Previous version is for Python or Java. Okay, so we deleted our P, then we go to the top of the loop. Is the head pointer pointing to null? No. So we update our P to point to that next node. We advance the head pointer to the next node in the list, and then we delete the node whose address is in P. Go to the top of the loop. Is the head pointer pointing to null? Nope. So we update our P pointer, we advance our head pointer, and then we delete the node whose address is in P. Go to the top of the loop. Is head pointing to null? Nope. So we update our P pointer, and we advance our head pointer, and then we delete our node. Okay, now go to the top of the loop. Is head not equal to null? No, because now it is pointing to null. Now it does contain null pointer. So the loop breaks out. What are we left with? Every single node has been deleted from memory. Our head pointer is pointing to null, which means that we're back to that state that we defined as an empty list. So this is exactly what we want. Now, that's great. That's fine. That checks out. Now, what about if we try to clear a list that's already empty? Well, let's look at our algorithm. In the loop, first test. Well, the head pointer does not point to null. Do stuff. Well, in this scenario, the head pointer does point to null. So this test fails immediately. Nothing else happens. And we're left with our list in the empty state. So no dereferencing, invalid memory locations, no trying to delete nodes that don't exist. Everything's fine in both scenarios. Now, what's the performance of the C++ version of this? Well, we have to go node by node, deleting each node in turn. So if there are n nodes, we have to do n deletions. So this is a big O of n algorithm as well. So it runs in linear time.